Good Erev Shabbos, everyone. Erev Shabbos, Parshas Shoftim, Erev Shabbos, Rosh Chodesh, Elul. Parshas Shoftim is the quintessential parsha to begin Elul with Shoftim v'Shotim Titin L'cha. V'chol Sharecha, that we have to remember to rejuvenate, remember to reset our Shoftim and our Shotim, our policemen, our protections, the things that guard us and protect us. And that this is the month to think about that. But I think it goes further. Because if you take a look at the month of Elul, we know that the word Elul, Aleph Lamed Vav Lamed, finds its expression in many, many other psukim and many other phrases that are used both in the Torah and the Nevi'im, the Ksuvim, and also in the writings of our rabbis. And that name, Aleph Lamed Vav Lamed, the letters Aleph Lamed Vav Lamed, which find themselves expressed in other words, usually talk to the very essence of what Elul is all about. The most famous of them is Ani l'dodi v'dodi li, I am for my beloved and my beloved is for me. And we find this in so many different places, in so many different ways, that the letters Aleph Lamed Vav Lamed speak of four words, and within the context, it teaches us about what the essence of the month of Elul is. There is a series of them, a very famous series, where it's based on the word lo with Lamed Vav and lo Lamed Aleph. There are some times in the Torah where the Torah wants to express something and says the word lo with the Vav, but we read it one way, but it's understood the other way. There are times where it says Lamed Aleph and we understand it as Lamed Vav. And that those letters, Aleph Lamed Vav Lamed, spell the word Elul. Even though each one of them really in its context makes a lot of sense, I think conceptually the whole idea is phenomenal and really something that is so fundamental to the month of Elul. We have this concept in the Torah called the Kriya and Ksiv, that things are read one way, they are understood, they are written a different way. And you have to wonder why it's necessary. Just write it the way you want it to be read. Why write it one way and read it another way? Now, Rabbi is explaining the reason is because God is sending us a message that even though it says the word lo, really it means the other one. Because if you look at it very carefully, you will see both meanings inside of it. If you investigate, you'll understand that not everything is the way that it looks. Not everything is the way that it meets the eye. On the surface, it looks this way. But when you look at it deeper, then it looks the other way. And I think that that's really an explanation of life. That when you look at us, you see one thing, but there could be something else very different going on inside of us. We are Kriyas and Ksivs. We're read one way, we're written another way. And in order to be able to straighten that out, we need to figure out exactly who we are. What is it that we're feeling inside? Because when we really understand who we are, we really understand what we're feeling, really understand what we're all about, then it's easy to find expression to that. Very often when we're lax in certain mitzvahs and we're lax in things, it's only because we're not identified internally as to exactly what we are, who we are, why this is valuable and important in our lives. These days are called Yemei Ratzon. They're called days of desire. We know that Dirshu Hashem b'matzo, seek out God when he can be found. Kirausu b'yosa karov, call out to him when he's close. These are the days that the Melech Masada, the king, is in the field. These are the days of ultimate closeness. God is here. He has come down to us, down into this world so that we can find him. But they're called Yemei Ratzon. Because in order to be able to find him, in order to be able to declare Hashem Melech, Hashem Malach, Hashem Yimlech, Li'olam Vayed on Rosh Hashanah, in order to be able to take that shofar and to crown him as our king, we first have to define what we want, what we are sho'eh for, what do we desire, what do we aspire to, who am I really inside? And the month of Elul is that month of Ratzon, to find and to figure out what is my real Ratzon, and to make the changes in my Ratzon. If my Ratzon isn't intact, it isn't in the right place, then I need to correct it. I need to shape it and fix it. If my Ratzon is there, but it doesn't translate into my actions, then I have to figure out a way to turn that Ratzon into the reality of who I am. You know, when you want to build a house, you have this picture in your mind of this is what I want my house to look like. And when that picture is clear, so then you come out with this amazing, amazing structure, which is a reflection of what you really wanted. You know, they say, oh, a camel is a horse put together by committee. When nobody's clear about the way they want it to be, everybody knows they want a little something, a little of this, a little of this, a little of this, then what turns out is to be a camel. When in our lives, we don't have a clear ratzon, a clear desire and a picture of who we are and what we want to be and what we want to be accomplishing. So then nothing really works. We're floundering, constantly limping along. And that's really what the month of Elul is. When we talk about tshuva, we talk about all the things about the month of Elul. Really what the month of Elul is put back the picture of who you are. Redefine that picture of who you are and what you want to be. Make your kriyin ksiv consistent with each other. Make who you are on the outside a reflection of who you really are on the inside. That's this month. Shoftim v'shoftim titin lecha b'chol sharecha. In all of your gates, all of your precincts, in everything that comes into your mind and into your body and into your soul. Be protective, be aware, be eyes open, be vigilant. Calculate everything so that you can define who is the real me. Have a wonderful, amazing, beautiful Shabbos and an incredibly productive month of Elul.